guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm getting cozy in here. In today's subject, and it's just going to be a brief one, we are going to discuss your makeup obsession. What item, what type of makeup are you obsessed about and you tend to buy over and over and over again? Now, I tend to, and I'll disclose my side, and then I'll tell you about my mother's, and then you can leave me comments below on what your obsession is. Okay, so my obsession actually is kind of like foundations. Okay, and I have this love-hate with foundations. I don't use a lot of them, but I'm still looking for the Holy Grail. I'm always testing something new that came out. And I usually tend to be around that, the drugstore foundations. By the way, I'm not wearing any foundation today, which is kind of funny, ironic that I say that I love foundations, but I'm not wearing anything today because it's the end of the night. I've just put on my my Phyto stem cell cream, so I'm done for the night. I've basically packed it up, but I had this one topic that I wanted to churn out to you guys. But anyway, okay, so foundation. I love to go and look at new foundations, look at the type of wear. If you know me by now, you know that I love to do all day wear tests on some of these foundations. I go through a rigorous all day challenge. I put it on first thing in the morning. I go to work with it. Or if it's on the weekend, I'll be, cooking or cleaning the house or running around town, and I'll show you little blogs about that. And then I'll check in with you guys later in the evening, and I'll tell you guys, how it all went and how it, if it's good, bad, whatever. And that's my little thing. If I go into any type of store, the first thing I will do is make like a beeline to some of these foundations, and I'll start looking at it, and I'll start swatching them. There's certain ones that I haven't bought only because the swatches on my wrists were so bad and they oxidized so badly. I wanted to buy them. One of them is is it the Hoodoo? No, it's not the Hoodoo. One was the Milani. I know that. The Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. That goes yellow on me. And then there was another one. Oh, I believe it was the flower one, the one flower foundation, flower company. And I was looking at their foundation the other day at, I believe I went into Walmart. Yeah. And I walked around with my buggy and I put like 2 different colors on my wrist, and that's usually where I test to see, because that's kind of like the lightest color, and I want to see how it blends in and if it's okay with my skin tone. And what I do is I try the tester and I put 2 tiny little swatches on my wrist, and then I'll go around with the buggy for about 10-15 minutes shopping for other things, and then I'll look at my wrist again to see gee, how dark they got, or are they really badly yellow toned or pink toned. I'm more of a neutral. I can do a little bit of a pink neutral tone, but I'm certainly not yellow tone. So and I was really disappointed because I couldn't buy it because they were so god awful looking on my wrist that I just didn't want to plunk down the $10 or $11 to buy this foundation. But I will always go through some of these areas and start to test some of the foundations. So that's me personally. I'm not really big into the eye palettes. I'll buy a couple of them and I have them in my drawer, but I don't gravitate to them. I'm not the first one flocking to the latest, greatest palette out there. I certainly will not be ordering the Jeffree Star palette for $50+ or the Kathleen Hill palette or Laura Lee palette, or I don't care. I don't care that much to go above and beyond to get on the website to try to get it before it's sold out. It's almost like buying concert tickets. Have you ever seen that? It's like buying a palette today from one of these top guru, or when they launch. It's like freaking getting concert tickets. When you go online and you're hitting the button to try to get the concert tickets because they sell out in 5 minutes and blah 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 blah, and you're trying to get it. I mean, that's what it brings me back to, and it's kind of wells up my anxiety, so I don't want to be doing that. Uh, so anyway, foundations are my thing. Lipsticks are my second thing. I will do, some lipsticks. I tend to go into the nude range and the lighter lipsticks. I tend to not go too dark on my lipsticks. I think they age me a little bit, so I tend not to do that. But certainly that's my number two pick. And then way down, the list is, blush or highlighter or anything like that. I'm not a big contour person at all. I am not a contour, or what is the other thing, bronzer person. Maybe I'll have one bronzer to my name. It's usually the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I really do like that color, and I'll tend to use that over and over and over again. I don't have 20 bronzers at my beck and call. So for my mom, she was a lipstick person. She loved lipsticks. She was just like, the shiny thing was always lipsticks. She only had a couple of foundations that I remember growing up. She had an Elizabeth Arden foundation, I remember, as I was growing up. Elizabeth Arden and Adrienne Arpel, I think they made another foundation that she really liked. She didn't really go into the CoverGirls or the drugstore. She was much more into the department store arena than I have been, and I think maybe it was because in those days drugstore makeup was really subpar and really mediocre. I mean, she just did not gravitate to anything like that. She would pick up a lipstick or at the makeup counter at one of the department stores, or she'd pick up a foundation or anything like that. I remember when I first got into skincare, seriously got into skincare. It was Elizabeth Arden for skincare, and then later on Erna Laszlo for skincare, and that was big freaking bucks, let me tell you. I never forget being a teenager, going to the Erna Laszlo counter, and she being Hungarian had heard, obviously great things about Erna Laszlo and their skincare line. They were not into makeup, or they had very little, maybe a lipstick, and that was about it. They were like 85% of their product line was skincare related. And I remember getting the starter kit for my little acne prone skin, when I was 15, 16 years old, and it had a toner, it had some kind of god awful tar type of soap or black soap, toner, and like a peel off mask, and some sort of drying lotion that you put on with a cotton ball at night to dry your skin. And I think it had probably calamine lotion was basically what it was. It just dried out your pimples. And I don't think I had more than, seriously, I am not joking, 4 or 5 products in my little bag when I went away from the Erna Laszlo counter for skincare. And I remember in those days, and we're talking in the late 70s, it was close to $400. $400 for a startup for maybe 4 products, maybe 5. I think there was a skin cream in there, like a day cream for younger skin, but that was it. Like 4 or 5 products, and it was $400. I never forget that, because I was in so much of a shock. So anyway, my mother loved counter, department store. Only got a couple of foundations, but mostly it was lipstick. If they had that display of lipsticks, you name it, there wasn't a lipstick counter that she did not stop at, and that she could not be persuaded to buy a lipstick. And it didn't matter if it was $5, $10, $15, $20. If she liked the color and she would try it on in the tester, most often than not, she would go ahead and pay for that lipstick, no matter what. She'd hide it too from my dad, so my dad couldn't see the bill. But yeah, she would have a lipstick. She was always known to have lipstick on her lips. I don't think she ever went out of the house without having lipstick on her lips. She could forego foundation. She could forego, doing her brows, but she would always put lipstick on her lips before she went out. She even said to me one time as a laugh, she said, "I put lipstick on to take the garbage out. Seriously, I will not go out of the house without lipstick." So, yeah, so that was pretty funny story that I remember from my mom. So anyway, just a quick putting it out there. What is your your obsession, your makeup item obsession? Is it eye palettes? Is it eyeshadow? Is it bronzers? Whatever it is, let me know. It could be skincare too. It doesn't have to be makeup. If you just love night creams and you're all obsessed about having every single kind of cream there is, or masking. I know a lot of women love masking. They'll do a mask almost every night or every other night, and they can't stop buying masks and trying them out. So just let me know what your obsession is. I love you guys to pieces. Give it a big fat thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe, because I put out videos about twice a week on skincare, healthcare, and all kinds of fun topics. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a blessed day, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.